My name's Jane Murphy. I am work in the PACE Early Intervention program as one of the supervisors. And I want to welcome you this morning for joining us. PACE Early Intervention, which is through Montgomery County Board of DDS, and we're funded by the Human Services Levy. Now, what I would like to do is introduce our special guest today, and that is Santa.
Ho, ho, ho. Hi, everybody. How are you doing today? Hi, can everybody see and hear me? Good, it's great to be here. Wow, and the snow is out there. I'm getting ready for Christmas. How about you kids? And you adults too, are you being good? Because Santa likes to deliver presents to good little boys and girls and their parents too. Yeah. Well, I'm up at the North Pole right now. You can look out my window. We're having a terrible snowstorm. I can't even see outside. And all the reindeer are all huddled up in their pens getting ready for Christmas Eve. They're ready to come by, you know. If you happen to see a polar bear walk by my window, you let me know, okay? So Christmas is coming up, huh? Are you excited? Raise your hand if you're excited about Christmas. Me too. And raise your hand if you've been a good little boy and girl. Great. Even the adults are raising their hand. They must want something too. That's wonderful. And I'm really excited to be here with this group. I've heard all wonderful things about you kids and the things that you do. And I know it's been kind of crazy with the, with having to do things remotely and not being able to come and be next to each other. But it'll be better next year, won't it, kids? You bet it will be. It'll be great. So does anybody have an elf on the shelf in their house? They're very handy reporting back to Santa Claus. Hey, before we get going anymore, who would like to sing some songs? Would you all like to sing? How about, let's see. One of my favorite reminds me of this. Does this jingling bell remind you of a Christmas song? How about Jingle Bells? Want to sing that with me? Are you ready? Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Over the fields we go, laughing all the way. Ho, ho, ho. Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits high. Fun it is to laugh and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Ho, 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 what fun it is to ride a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, that was wonderful. You all did a great job. You must have sung that song before. I love reindeer, don't you all? You know who my favorite reindeer is? He's got a red nose. Who would that be? Rudolph? Yeah, let's sing a song about Rudolph. Want to? And if you have a red nose or if you have antlers on, you can point to those. Are you ready? Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer, they used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. But then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, you'll go down in history. Good job. Good job. Wow. This is one of my very favorite stories. Now it's kind of long, but that's okay because this is a great story And you'll just have to pay attention, and you'll learn more about this as you grow up. It's called The Night Before Christmas. Oh, it's one of my favorites. You ready? All right. And if you have that book in front of you, you can follow along. It was the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, no, not even a mouse. And the stockings were hung by the chimney with care in the hopes that St. Nicholas, that's me, soon would be there. Oh, the children like you were all nestled, all snug in their beds, with visions of sugar plum dance in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap, well, we just settled down for a long winter's nap. When, what, on the lawn there arose such a clatter. I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver, that's me, so lovely and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick, Santa Claus. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came. Oops, I gotta turn the next page. It's hard to do with a glove on. And he whistled and shouted and he called them by name. Now see if you can remember the names of Santa Claus's reindeer. You ready? Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen. On Comet, Cupid and Donder and Blitzen. And we'll add Rudolph on there too, okay? To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, they mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with their sleigh full of toys. And St. Nicholas too, that's me. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my hand, was turning around, whoop, down the chimney, St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur, see my fur? From his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler, just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled. See, twinkling, see? And his dimples, how merry. And his cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up in a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke had encircled his head like a wreath, although he doesn't smoke anymore. He had a broad face and a round little belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. Oh, he was chubby and plump. Yep, a right jolly old elf. And I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings with gifts, then turned with a jerk and laying a finger on his nose. Up, giving a nod, up the chimney he rose, and he sprang to his sled and to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him say as he drove out of sight, Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night. That's a wonderful story, isn't it? I love that.
That was a wonderful story, Santa. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. I feel really lucky that we got to see you today on this snowy day. Now, do you have time?
I like being out in the snow. Yeah, it gives me practice, with the reindeer. As a reminder, on Christmas Eve, could you kids help me out? Who would like to help Santa out on Christmas Eve? I could use, if you could put out some cookies and milk next to your fireplace. I like chocolate chip and skim milk because it makes me pretend like I'm on a diet. And put some carrots for the reindeer too. That would be so helpful because I get so tired and hungry on Christmas Eve as I go from house to house. And if you don't have a fireplace, that's okay. Because I have a magical key that lets me in, it's okay. Just put it in a place that I can see. That would be so helpful. And if you have stockings, hang them up so I'll know where to put the gifts and everything, okay?